Okay, so by the title of the video, I'm sure you already know what the video is about. It's about me counting my blessings. And the inspiration came from, going through so many challenges in life and letting them overwhelm me. I got to a point where I was like, no, this is not the life Christ has called me to. So I thought, let me just push everything aside and just be grateful for everything that I've got now. Okay, so let's talk about the first thing. So first thing is salvation. Salvation for me is everything because it's given me purpose. There's nothing worse, right? Like having no purpose. There's nothing worse like not having a vision. Imagine you wake up in the morning and you don't know what you're doing. You don't know whether you're going to work. You don't know whether you're going to uni. You just don't know what you're doing. You don't know where your life is going. It's a very dark place to be. Imagine just not having a vision for life. And I feel that's what salvation has given me. It's given me a purpose to live. I know why I'm living now. I know why I'm on this earth. I used to think to myself, why is it that I'm alive? I don't get it. Now, I got born again in 2003, but I didn't really live that Christian life until 2009 when I came to Christ Embassy. When I came to Christ Embassy, life made sense, like Christianity made sense. Not saying that, going to other places, other churches doesn't make sense, but that's the way God ordained it for me, and it made sense. God's word was so simplified. I got Christianity when I came to Christ Embassy. I got to know my purpose. I was like, oh, now I get it. I know why I'm alive, sort of thing. And it was just such a great place to be. It still is. So that's salvation, and salvation is one of my greatest blessings. 1, 2, second thing. Family. There's nothing like family. You find families everywhere. The place of work is a family. School is a family. In church, it's a family. You can create families everywhere. And I love the fact that I can have a family. Imagine you were born into this world and you didn't have a family. You were an orphan, for example. I remember when I was at work and we had to fill out these forms, and you had to fill in who was your next of kin. Now, this woman we were working with, she couldn't fill that part. She had no family. So I was like, what do you mean you have no family? Is it that you don't, you can't trace anyone? Because you still got family if you can't trace anyone still. She was like, no, I don't have family. No one to trace back to. But then I left it there. Do you know what I mean? It was quite deep. But imagine you had no one on earth. It was just you and God. You had no family. Like no blood family anyway. Fine, because you can create, friends that become family. She had no family. Like no bloodline. And then I was like, how does that feel? She was like, don't know, I'm used to it now. But imagine you've not got family. Isn't that odd? And those friends that have become family, I count them as my blessings. Those friends that are there for you through anything and everything. Those friends who sacrifice for you. Those friends who are willing to put themselves on the line for you. Those friends who can tell you the truth because it's for your own good. You have friends, but they won't tell you. And then there's the bloodline family, mom, dad, sisters, brothers. I'm thankful for that family as well. I love them. I wouldn't swap them for anyone literally. Okay, now it's time for the third one. Now, the third thing I want to count as a blessing is gifts and talents. Now, I'm a multi-talented person and God has just blessed me that way. It's not a boast, it's just the truth. But take note, with talents comes responsibility. The greater the talent, the greater the responsibility. And the Bible makes us understand that to whom much is given, much is expected. Now, God is expecting results, with the gifts and talents he's blessed me with, because he's invested in me. So he's waiting and he's expecting to reap those results for the work of his kingdom. Number 4. The last thing I'm going to talk about is education. I count that as a very big blessing. Education both in the home and in the school. Now, like millions of other people, I've been privileged to go to school from creche to university. Thank the Lord I've made it all the way through. It's really been a journey. Now, when you're in high school, right? Let's start from primary. You're in primary school and you get to year 6, 6th grade for some people, don't know. And then you do your SATs and you think, oh my gosh, it was so hard. And then you get to high school and you're like, SATs was nothing, And then same thing follows when you get to college. GCSEs were nothing. When you get to uni, you're like, A-levels were nothing. And then now that I'm finished uni, I'm just like, oh, so it wasn't that hard to get that first. It wasn't that hard to get that 2-1. Okay, let's go back sort of thing. But I'm really thankful for being able to go to school and go through every single stage. Some people start and they don't finish. Some people go all the way through, but they come out with terrible results. But thank God I made the right choices all the way through. And, there was challenges. I'm not saying there wasn't. But thank God I made it through. Now, I would count education in the home as a blessing because I remember being younger, I wasn't allowed to do a lot of things. And I never knew why. But I am thankful because I see why now. Thank God. I thank God for my mom who educated me right. Now I'm thankful for the education from home because, it's made me who I am today. I'm thankful for so many choices I decided not to make as a result of the education I got from home. But, I've got to just give thanks to God because there's some things he didn't allow me to see. There's some things he delivered me from. I just thank him. He's just so faithful. When you look back and you think, whoa, I could have been involved in this thing, but I wasn't. God's grace was strong. I just thank him.